Hi everyone, my name is Alexandra. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something I wasn't planning on talking about, but because of the conversations I had this week with my friends, I was like, this is actually the perfect time to make this kind of video. So today we're going to be talking about some dating lessons that I learned throughout the years. And I'm not saying I'm like some dating guru, but I had some experience and God knows I learned my lessons and I want to share them with you, so you do not necessarily have to go through the same things that I had to go through. And I hope that hearing those words from me will actually heal some part of you. So a little backstory. I used to have some, trust issues, and basically like I wasn't fully mentally healed. And because of that, I had some situationships that were because of me, not a relationship, but a situationship. And now I hate so much, like a whole term, a whole idea of a situationship, but that's another topic. But I used to have like many situationships, and the whole problem was that I wasn't able to catch feelings towards somebody, like maybe at all. And I'm not trying to, put on blame on anybody. I did fall in love once, and the guy broke my heart. And like after this, it was even worse. So whenever I was, dating somebody, I felt this whole pressure on feeling something towards them because I wanted to feel, because they were treating me well, because everything else on the pattern of our relation was perfect, except of me not having any feelings towards them. And what I want to say here is that if you are finding yourself like within what I'm saying right now, I have a few things to say to you. Even if you're not finding yourself into what I'm saying right now, I'm also gonna have a few things to say to you. I feel like you should never feel the pressure to catch feelings for somebody or have a pressure to feel a certain way. The most beautiful feelings come when we are not forcing them to come. So even if the thing that you are going through is beautiful and is pure, you do not have to necessarily feel a certain way that somebody else told you to. If you are being in a situation like that, the main thing you should do is to be honest, is to fully say everything, even your intentions or your feelings or how you are usually in things like that. If you know that you are having trouble on this area, on this pattern, like you are having like a toxic pattern of something like that, I think that you should inform the other person what they are getting into. And also another thing that I want to talk about is that you should never, ever manipulate somebody in the area of love. I feel like, I know that it would sound weird, but like I wouldn't judge somebody if they told me, oh yeah, I manipulated somebody into like a certain amount of money, or like I manipulated like somebody about the job or about this, or like manipulation is not good, obviously. But like if somebody would tell me that, I would be like, okay, maybe they had like some like things they were going through. I don't know, like I wouldn't judge them. I would be like, okay. Like I'm trying not to judge ever people because you've never lived their lives, basically. But if somebody told me that they manipulated somebody about love, I would not be your friend, baby boy, baby girl, get out of here. Like literally, this is the worst thing you could ever do, because like wherever else, but in love, we are being the most vulnerable self. We are being so open, and the love itself is so pure. Like as a feeling, there can be like some things that are toxic in relationship, but love itself is the purest and the most amazing emotion you could ever feel. The love towards anything is like the most healing vibration you could ever have. So if you are manipulating somebody, if you are putting on the toxins and using somebody when they are in this state, or to get them into this state, for me this is like the worst it can get. This is so cruel. And what I'm trying to say here is, if you are being in a situation where like you are involved with somebody in any way, always like say your intentions, always tell them the information to consider getting into this relation that you want to have. Anything, even if you want to have like some friends with benefits or some like low vibrational relationship like that. I don't care, like this is your business, but always inform fully the other person. Do not ever be like, oh yeah, maybe we're gonna do this, maybe we're gonna do that, if you do not think you're gonna do it. And if you're not sure, do not guarantee, do not give the hope, because this is just cruel. If you are being like that, and if you are informing, if you're being like, okay, I usually do not ever catch feelings, it's hard for me to trust somebody, I cannot guarantee you that this will work out. I cannot guarantee you that we're gonna be in a relationship. If the other person is okay with the ground rules or, you know, conditions, you should never feel guilty about the outcome. If you are trying, if you are, you know, just experiencing this relationship, you should never ever feel guilty for not having feelings towards somebody. This is not something we have control over. We can, of course, you know, try to stop the overthinking or the, you know, blocks that we're having, but the feelings itself, you should never feel guilty for not having the feelings. So if you are being in a situationship like that, or, you know, you're feeling guilty because somebody is just trying so hard for you and you just physically cannot commit to them, it's okay. And I'm not saying committed about like being exclusive, because that is something different. Committing to somebody is more than being exclusive. It's like fully share your time, fully put on your attention, your time, your energy, like everything to the other person also. Because if you're committing like yourself to something, you are fully committing, not only being exclusive, you're committing yourself. So if you cannot fully commit yourself and you already, you know, communicated this and you were honest and you're not sure if this is gonna work out, it's okay to just take it easy, take a deep breath and try to feel okay with, I know how it sounds, but try to feel okay with breaking somebody's heart. This is something I really needed to hear, because I was always feeling so guilty for not feeling or for not being able to, you know, continue something. Even though I communicated it at first, I said everything, I put it all my cards on the table, and I was always feeling like a bitch, basically, like a heartless, most cruel person in the world. And that is not your fault, basically. So even if you're gonna break somebody's heart, this is not your fault. If they got into this, just fully knowing what is going on, fully like being conscious about their decision, and they were like, okay, I know the consequences, I understand what you're saying to me, I want to commit to you, I want to try. This is their decision to make, this is not yours. So if you're being into something like that, the best thing you could ever do is take a deep breath. Just try to take it easy, try to be chill about this, take the pressure off yourself, and understand that even if it's not going to work out, it's not your fault. Even if it's not going to work out, it's going to be okay. And if it's going to work out, you do not, being in a relationship, of course, it means that I want to share my future with you, but it doesn't mean that you have to marry this person. It doesn't mean that you're going to have to be in a relationship with them forever. Being in a relationship, being boyfriend and girlfriend, basically means just experiencing each other and seeing if you two fit with each other, and seeing how, if you're gonna share more of your future together, how are you gonna fit together. And you cannot take this decision being unsure about somebody else. So if you're being unsure, take your time and understand that it is actually okay, like, to break up, to crush, to just like basically, you know, separate from a person when you realize that this is not what you're looking for. And even if you love this person, you are feeling amazing with them, if you know that there is some like one thing that you could never be okay with and they cannot change it, or they would never be okay with your thing and you cannot change it, it's okay to separate. And if you're being in a relationship where you feel like you're in a toxic relationship, or you are not fitted, or if you're thinking that the idea of spending the rest of your life with this person is draining you, it's like, oh my god, no, I don't want that. I hate this thing when somebody says, no, I already invested so much time in this relationship, I do not wanna just like waste it. If you know this is not gonna work out, you are now wasting your time because you're still in this thing, because you're still not getting out of something that you know is not good for you. There is this, maybe not a quote, but a thing I heard online. Like, if you are on a train, like you get on the train and you're finding out this is not your train, this is the wrong train, you get out on the next stop. You do not see if maybe this is gonna turn around and go to your destination. No, this is not your train. Get out. So what I'm trying to say here is just basically give you a bit of reassurance that being in some involvement with somebody else is being fully vulnerable, is being fully open, is experiencing and trying out each other. But it doesn't have to work out. It doesn't have to go somewhere. And it is okay if it doesn't. And if it is okay if it was just a life lesson. It is okay if this person was just meant to say some words to you that is gonna create a better version of you, or the version of you that you were meant to be. It's the same when it comes to like friendships, even family relations. It is okay to let some people go if they are not good for you, if they are not right for you, or you know that you are not going to work out. Because at the end of the day, if you know that there's something that you are not going to fit, you're not going to just like scratch this thing over. No, this is something that you two have like a very sensitive thing, and every time it's going to bump, it's going to just crush. I'm saying about some bigger things. I'm saying like, even when it comes to like morals or faith, or I don't know, the children subject, of course they can, you know, change their mind in the future, but you cannot be with somebody hoping that they will change, because you're not being with somebody, you are being then with the idea of somebody. So if you are being scared to get with somebody because you don't know if you want to marry them, you don't have to marry them. You can just try, and you can just experience each other, and you can just basically get to know them and get to know if they are the right person for you. I really liked talking to you guys about this, and if you like the topic that I was talking about, let me know, and I'm gonna like make more videos like that. Thank you so much for watching. It was lovely speaking to you as always. See you in my next ones. Bye.